Hello, welcome to our class on statistics, and then today we are going to look at the measures of dispersion. And under the measures of dispersion, we are looking at when we are given a data, how the data is far away from each other or how the data is close. Okay, or we look at how the data is far away or close to the mean, depending on the type of measure of dispersion we are looking at. All right, so the various measures of dispersion, we may look at the range. Okay, and with the range we can have the interquartile range and then the semi-interquartile range. We'll get time and go through the quartiles, all right, so that we know the interquartile range and then the semi-interquartile range. So we look at the range, and when we talk about the range, we look at the data given, the difference between what the least or the smallest value in the data given and the highest value in the data given. That will let us know how the data is close to each other or far away. Okay, and then number two, we'll look at the mean deviation. The mean deviation, and the mean deviation is the average of the deviation. We look at the standard deviation. The standard deviation to look at how a data is close or far away from the mean. Okay, and then the variance. Okay, so the variance is the square of the standard deviation. All right, so we look at this for under the measures of dispersion. Okay, so let's look at the range. All right, okay, so as I said, the range, when you talk about the range, you look at what the range is the maximum minus the minimum value of a given data. So when you are given a data, you look at the maximum, then you subtract the minimum from it. All right, so we can be asked to find the range of the following. So if I'm asked to find the range of the following data 10, 15, 8, 6, 5, 4, 3, 6, then I look at my range is going to go, you look at the data given. All right, what is the highest value of the data given? That is 15. So 15 minus, what is the least value of the data? That is 3. So 15 minus 3 is going to give me 12. So with the data here, my range becomes what? My range becomes 12. So when you put the data, you look at the difference between the least value and then the highest the highest value. That will tell you the range of the given data. All right, so let's also look at the range from a frequency table. So let's look at the range of this frequency distribution table. Okay, so what will be our range here? So here, what we should understand is that we have an age and I have frequency. Okay, so the age is from 10 to 14. Okay, so the values here is the age, not the frequency. The frequency tells us how many times 10 appears. 10 appears how many times? 6 times. So it's like 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then we come to 11. 11 also appears 8 times. Okay. So when you are finding the range, don't say that we have 8 as the highest value minus 1. Though if you read the frequency, then it is automatically wrong. Okay. Because the values here is not the frequency. The values is the age. But the frequency tells us that the age 10 appears 6 times, the age 11 appears what? 8 times. Is that okay? So therefore my range becomes what? The highest value is 14 minus 10. So my range is 4. So the range of this given data is 4. That is 14 minus 10. That is 4. Is that okay? Alright, so this is on group. Let's look at a group frequency distribution too and see how we can also find the range. So what to be our range here? This is what a group frequency distribution table. So what to be our range? So from here, okay, we have from 0 to 96, 10 to 19, and so on up to 30 to 39. When you have the various frequencies. So these are the class intervals with the various frequencies. Alright, so with this, what is the highest value in the data? We have 30 to 39. So I can say the highest value is what? 39. And the least value is what? Is 0. So my range is 39. So look at if it is a group frequency distribution, look at the highest value here, and then minus the least value, which is 0. But when you are given a raw data, okay, you check the highest value minus the least value, because this is a group frequency distribution. All right. So we have to just look at the highest value. Okay, that is the 39, and then minus the least value, that is the 0, and then we get our range. Don't ever use the frequency for the range. No, the frequency is not the values, it is how many times the values occur. Is that okay? So this is about range, and I believe you have understood. We will solve a question on range for more understanding. Bye bye.